Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Mega and Byzantium. So I'm happy that I can bring you another episode. I've been more active in this Let's Play as of recent, which is kind of cool. I guess that's connected to the fact that I'm really looking forward to the medieval era. But either way, it's turn 4933, year 414 AD, so we're slightly behind the real historical times. But yeah, we are one turn away from musical notation. Unfortunately, a little problem with our plan was had. So, first of all, what was our plan? Well, you guys know that we are probably, once we get the medieval lifestyle, gonna hit either engineering, which is gonna give us access to... well, okay, you're not gonna give us access to anything, but civil service is gonna give us access to bureaucracy. And theology is going to enable theocracy and religious, and then we have vassalage, which is going to allow us vassalage. So all of these are going to require us to change our civics. Now that means anarchy. And I was really hoping that we could use the great person we're gonna get from poetry and musical notation to actually stifle that via the triggering of the Golden Age, because that removes your anarchy and actually moves you into the Golden Age. But as the game is programmed, you need one for the first Golden Age, two great people for the second Golden Age, which you've already done, and now we would need three. Which we could get one from poetry, and we would get one from musical notation, and then we would just wait for the third one, which would come in 82 days, because I have used, without realizing what I'm doing, the great priest or great theologian that we had to give us the belief in reincarnation. Unfortunately, when I was looking around at various people, okay, it's not you, I think it was Male actually. Yeah, about 1 or 2 turns ago, Male has gotten the musical notation. So they are slightly ahead of us, and that means they got the great person and not us. I mean, on one hand, that brings a dent to my plan. On the second one, I'm really happy that we are actually seeing people rise up, civilizations competing with us, because for quite some time now, we have been the dominant power in the world. And we still are, as far as population goes. We are nowhere near dominant when it comes to military power, but we are keeping the dominance when it comes to technology. But as you can see, while we have 6 technologies that they do not have, they have 3 technologies that we do not have. So even if we get musical notation now, that leaves them with 2 that they got that we don't have, and that is the actual effect of the tech diffusion, because the more civilizations actually get something, the more you speed it up for the others, meaning that there's really is nobody that would have no technologies at all and would be completely out. For example, Greece is the weakest one, and wow, we got only 5 technologies on them, so that is less than we have on Male actually. Cool. Well, that's tech diffusion for you. So while we are keeping us busy and running, others are still gnawing at our heels. And actually, let me see, because I'd like to see the foreign advisor. Can we see the graph here? Where was it? Because I'm interested in seeing... Where was it? Was it somewhere here? Oh yeah, it is here. So, when we compare ourselves to... Well, Male is really stepping up its game. I think we're still growing faster than they are, but they are giving us a run for our money. Israel not so much, but also Darius is rising again. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Well, that gives me more incentive to actually go and grow our empire with the next population center. We also have pretty good moments for that, because, for example, Constantinople right now has only the slave gate and the throne room, which I decided to build in the end because we can get 2 nobles. And nobles, believe it or not, are pretty good. Where are they? Oh, here they are. They give free gold, culture, extra food, and great person birthright. So I'd like to get them if possible. So we're going to build that from them. But other than that, we really don't have much to build. I mean, I don't want to build these things, which are going to boost the growth of other religions. I could build the Smiths, but considering flammability is already kind of high, I'm gonna stay away from it. Gambling Den. Actually, gambling Den might be good, but I don't think it's worth the growth of crime. And then the draft office would just slow down the growth of the city, and the landfill we do not need. So yeah, pretty much nothing to be built in Constantinople at this point. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and build a settler there eventually, or the units that we will need here. And that same situation is going for other cities. By the way, Laodicea is now at population 25 with 130 food growth per turn, and Constantinople is at 145, but it's 70 turns ahead of it. So yeah, Laodicea is really giving it... How much do you need, really? You need 15,905. You need 31,000. Why do you need that much more? That's crazy. Does the capital have some kind of... Can I see why? I've never noticed that, but yeah, Constantinople needs 31,810, while Laodicea needs only 15,000. There has to be some reason for that. Either way, we are now at 958,100 people in our empire, so we are really closing on that million. Gold production 16,241, manufactured goods closing at 8,000, and crop yield, which is growing very slowly, but it is growing, 5,678. And before I click on that, and we're gonna look click on the enter, and we're gonna see the musical notation, I wanted to mention that Ludgo Lane is going to grow in the next turn. It also finished the lighthouse, so now it's working on the harbor. The harbor is good, but I think I'm gonna actually speed that one up. How much do you need? 1,600. Okay, do we have anything else that we could give you that would be good? Okay, let's just... Okay, Roper, these guys. Okay, Tanner is definitely a good thing to get. Town Hall would be good. Better than the Forge, actually. And the warehouse. Yeah, we need the warehouse. That's gonna store some growth for you. Anything else? Carpenter, road signs. Okay, so let's put you up for that. In the harbor. How much do we get? Because while we were fighting the barbarians here, we got some more prisoners, though I don't see... Okay, here's one, captive military. There was another one around here somewhere, but I don't see it. Maybe it's hidden here? No, it's probably in one of the cities passing through. So we'll have some extras for the city. So how much do you get from each of these? 290. Okay, so you need to finish the harbor. 1,669 minus 500. So about 4 of these should be enough. Yep, the harbor is finished, and we probably already had even some extras. Oh no! Okay, one missing. Good math. Good math. So that means the growth from the sea is going to be increased, and we're going to get actual extra gold from it as well, which will, you know, boost our growth, because I'm pretty sure it's going to go for some tile like this one or this one, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to end the turn now and see you when we're done. Oh, by the way, that goes without saying that you can see that we started building the paved roads between our cities around Constantinople, and between that and Antioch and Nicomedia. We are currently connecting Nicaea, Thessaloniki. So as usual, we are gonna first connect all of the cities and then go, you know, around. And it's kind of cool that by getting the paved roads there, we gained access to roads in other harder terrains. So here we actually already upgraded, and the Chief's Elephant work group of the East, whatever you want to call it, is actually already improving here. So it's going to get to Trebizond, then down to Nicomedia, back to Ankira, and you know, sooner or later we're gonna be done. So happy with that. Now let's end the turn and hear it for musical notation. Okay, so here we're getting Mansa Musa offering us once again an insane amount of gold for a dog worker. I thought it was a mistake, but no, they really do value this that much. And I'm not gonna indulge them in that because I think that's a bug in the script. No one's gonna pay 52,000 gold for the dog worker. Actually, one thing that...
If music be the food of love, play on.
Okay, musical notation, but... let me just finish that thought that I had. The AI is amassing a huge amount of gold, which is gonna play a huge role when we actually will gain the ability to pay with gold for, you know, growth of cities and buildings. So I don't want to just get all their gold for cheap trades like that. That's the reason why I'm rejecting it. Just, you know, a bit of fair point from my side. But anyway, musical notation, guys. If music be the food of love, play on, William Shakespeare. So what do we get? We get a huge culture boost, which is amazing. I actually haven't checked how much, but you can backtrack. Grandeur Festival, Marine Festival, percussion instrument makers, string instrument makers, brass instrument makers, woodwind instrument makers. I guess it's at least a couple hundred because we got most of these in all of our cities. And we got the Bard 1 trait. Interesting. What about the buildings? Well, there's a lot of religion-locked buildings here, and those are world wonders, aren't they? Yeah. This one is in the ballroom. Extra maintenance, but it gives us happiness and culture, and requires palace or forbidden palace or castle. That makes sense. Anything for our religion here? I don't see that. Yeah, nothing here. So instead we got Monkey Breeder with Tourism 7. Well, that's a nice touch. Music School replaces Music Hut. Extra education and we get more culture and great artist growth. And some cultures. But yeah, nothing here for us, really. Okay. Well, you get some, you lose some. Unless I'm like legally blind here. Well, still, let's check out Constantinople and see what there's to see. Oh, and by the way, we are once again plaguing our neighbors with constant attacks. I'm just trying to keep them, down a bit. Carthage doesn't deserve any good treatment. They even declared war on us again. I got peace treaty with them again, but still, they do not deserve anything from us. Same with Babylon. They had their chance and they squandered it, so if they're mad at us, well, fine. I don't mind. Okay, Sipar is actually probably struggling quite a lot because we destroyed everything. Everything they had and that they loved. So Ludgovan is now at population 3, and as I predicted, yep, they jumped right on this tile. 102 turns in the next growth, so I'm gonna let them get the tannery and the warehouse, and after that the tannery is gonna be a big boost, the warehouse not so much, so maybe we could actually be a bit smarter here. Anything that would give you a big boost? Let me just double check that. And nothing. Okay, the town hall definitely is a big boost, so let's put you like this. So that's 49, 50, 60 turns, so that is good. Anything else? We could go like this. So you're still gonna build up your industrial base. The bark gatherer as well. Carpenter is not that great. Yeah, these are not all that good. Okay, so that's gonna be for that, and then we're gonna switch to food. Because we're getting for free, these ones each give just 1. So while they are beneficial, they are really not something that we want to go for immediately. Yeah, tea house would be great, but for example, like 45 turns, no thank you. What about some cheap ones here? Crime is okay, education is fine, disease is fine. Slaughterhouse. Fisherman hut. Well, actually, Fisherman hut gives a boost immediately to all of the surrounding tiles. I think I can actually speed that one up, because I'd like to get your growth up as fast as possible, because that is important. So you're gonna start getting free extra food, but I think we're still fine. So that's 11, 22, that's 33, let's call 40, 54. I'll have to check that. I'll have to check the math on that, but I'd like it if we actually make sure that the lead going grows quicker. It's gonna get, unfortunately, most of its production from buildings, so it's gonna be a bit of a slog. But the growth of the city itself should be fairly fast. And oh my god, we have... Would you... No, it's too far. But I think with the town hall, we might be able to reach out to this tile, because that would be amazing. We have the whaling boats here? Oh, we do, okay. I didn't even know that I built that. But yeah, getting access to that would be great. Okay, and as far as Constantinople goes, what do we get here? Well, we get the musical school and the ballroom. So let's get that. But honestly, I'm gonna start working on that new city immediately. So once some of the cities will not have anything to build and I won't see anything major, we're gonna start with the usual, you know, a bard, what's it called, healer? No, they call them... no, wise man is no longer the one that we want. Antioch Apothecary. I'm learning apothecary. I'm not sure if those guys call that, but we're gonna get that one, 2 guards and some archers, and then a settler, because we need another city, the 30th for us, and that's gonna boost our growth as well. Oh, by the way, we have access to spearmen, so I started upgrading things as I go. Okay, I feel like I'm babbling. This update has been nearly 18 minutes based on my clock, so I'm gonna just jump ahead, get the poetry, and after that we are going for Forestry, and then in the next episode, mounted archers, stirrup, and medieval. Looking forward to that. Turn 4951, year 438 AD, and we are 1 turn away from poetry. So what's new? Well, actually, I'm focusing on building the paved roads. As you can see, the networks are spreading. I'm also micromanaging Ludgolane to grow as fast as possible. Right now, the industrial production is 30 for food. It is finishing the town hall, though. There's going to be a big boost to it. Also the culture and great person generation. On other cities, we are doing pretty well too, but we're really running out of things to build, so I'm hoping poetry is going to help with that. I'm also hoping that as poetry is going to give us the great artist, and I haven't seen anyone get it before us, that this is gonna be our big reward. The calligraphy school is also going to give us from now on extra free culture and science, and library is gonna give us free extra culture. So we are currently sitting at 8,574 science per turn and 7,133 culture per turn. So you can see how it's gonna change. As far as population go, we are at 969,250 people. Gold production 16,605. Manufacturing goods almost at 8,000 with 7,921. And crop yield, meaning food, 5,723. Now we're also almost ready to found... Oh, okay, we're gonna actually found a new city next turn, because the settler has just arrived. Cool. So this is the place where we are going to get it. I'm looking forward to it. I was, you know, giddy that I'm not gonna manage this in this update, but I couldn't find the settler. It's good that it arrived. So next turn we are going to deal with that. I also tried to negotiate in regards to technologies with our friends and enemies. Didn't really work. They just want ridiculous stuff, but at least what I did was that I went around and negotiated peace with... Okay, well, turns out I forgot to probably save that before Okay, well, most of these guys are gonna be piecing with us. The only one that wasn't was actually this guy. He doesn't want to have peace with us. I'm sorry, I actually play to the actual save file sometimes and then start recording and sometimes restart the game so that it doesn't crash or anything bad happens, so that there's music playing, and you know, it's just how I do. And I forgot to negotiate with these guys, but I'm gonna do it after the update. Everyone signed the peace again without this guy, so that's gonna be something worth mentioning. Last but not least, we are terrorizing our two neighbors, Carthage and our friendly, what is it, Babylonian tribe, with our assassins. They're trying to hurt us, but yeah, they're not much, you know, unless they actually enter a war with us, which would be their doom, they cannot do much. It's their eternal punishment for standing up to the might of Byzantium. Oh, and I remembered what I wanted to speak about, civics. I was actually looking at all of the civics as you guys suggested. We're gonna get quite a lot. Republic that we have right now is actually pretty good, better than I thought it is, way better than Theocracy in my opinion. The most important thing though is that we can settle 30 cities. We have 29, so I was kind of surprised that this number is so high. I thought that we were already way over the limit, so that's something to keep in mind. Bureaucracy was also a kind of a letdown. Meritocracy is giving us, it seems, better effects, especially because it, well, I don't know, there is because the issue I have with this is that when you look at meritocracy, it's giving us better results in most things than bureaucracy would, and it's also costing us less in maintenance, so that's my biggest issue. Bureaucracy, okay, gives us a bonus to trade routes, that's great, but that's not such a big thing as, for example, the boost to food production and gold in all cities, which is fairly low here. I don't know. What's gonna be great though, and what I'm looking forward to, is vassalage. That one is really good. And we are going to switch to vassal levies when we can, those are really good. And where is it? The feudal society. The feudal society is much better than the proletariat, if only because of the fact that it gives 15% free military unit upkeep per population, which is completely missing from proletariat. It's also giving us more gold, food, and production in all cities and in capital, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, it gives us less of it in all cities, but more in capital. Yeah, way more in capital than you would guess, which makes sense. Then, of course, guilds, and those are really good. But there was one more that I was... Oh, serfdom. Serfdom was also pretty good. It's just a flat upgrade. And the religious education, compared to martial, is much, much better. It gives us more food production and gold, more culture and science, which is kind of interesting. No, actually, it lowers... Okay, we're getting less gold and less spying in all cities, but we're getting more in capital. And we get, of course, more education. That's also pretty good. Cool. Sorry, that was I'm kind of drank a coffee here and I feel a bit jittery, but the important part is vassalage is good for us. The religious education, and I want the feudal society. Those are flat upgrades to us. Cool. So let's end the turn here, and we'll hear it for poetry next. Okay, here we go. We got our great artist, Rabindranath Tagore, Bengali polymath who reshaped Bengali literature and music, as well as Indian art with contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. He became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. So, we're the first to get poetry.
One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all. And in the darkness, fight them.
Okay, so first to discover receives a great artist, which we did. Calligraphy school. Okay, our science jumped to 10,382. Is that possible? I think that's probably because of some boost, and culture is now at 7,286. We took chivalry, and we're getting a bardic circle. That's one of those, not so great in the beginning, but very good in the end buildings, because it starts with 1 happiness, 1 gold, and 1 culture. But with guilds, heraldry, acoustics, it gets 4 gold and 4 culture with each, and with romanticism it gets 6 gold and 6 culture, and it provides 5 education. That's actually pretty good. And then we get Odeon, which is actually for us. That's amazing. Finally we get something for our religion. Can turn one citizen into an artist, extra education, and happiness and culture. Cool. So wait, where are you guys? You are over here, so build the route to here. Okay, we'll save you, because I don't think we have... Wow, if you join the city, you give 6.24 gold and 21 culture. That would be great, but unfortunately, we can do that. And yes, for a golden age, we need 3 great people. So we'll need to wait there. Let's just pillage here as you do. We finished upgrading here. Any other place where we can go to? Not that I see anything. Okay, over there. So you can go there. And we can found our new city. So it's going to be in this location, giving us access to pomegranate, and eventually it's going to start using the jade, plus there's a lot of forests around and other stuff that we can utilize. So you find me the city of Justinianopolis, which is looking pretty good right off the bat. Do we need to do more work around it? Actually, could I put you in here? Yeah, that's better. We're gonna get more production right off the bat. And you can start with flint gatherer, lumber gatherer, counting sticks, roper, talistone. Actually, we are going to go this way. Next mining camp and then ancient customs, because that gives you the most bang for your buck. Counting 6 takes 7 turns for 1, and mining camp takes 29 for 9, so that's better. You can spread our religion. You are going to build up disease control here, and you guys are gonna build up crime fighting here. Oh, and did I forget to build the archers? Oh, I did, because I wanted to build them in Constantinople. Okay, so let's build 3 to make up for it. That's the only city that gives actually 4 promotions. Oh, this is nice. Then you're gonna build this and this. And I wanted to send a bard from Patra. I distinctly remember thinking about that. It's kind of cool that I didn't do it though. Yeah, there is way too much education there. We don't need the bard. So you're gonna go there. Cool, so we got our next city, Justinianopolis. With a pretty good protection right off the bat, because it has the earth wall. And I'll send... Once we connect all of the cities, I'm gonna send 1 worker unit to upgrade this area, because there is definitely quite a lot missing here. But, you know, we got the jade quarry and we got the lumber mill here. There's another one over here. So we just need to, like, establish ourselves in this territory and get this extra bulk of culture. Territory. Get this extra territory using our culture. Okay, with that said, I think I'm gonna end the update here, and I'll see you in 13 turns with Forestry. And then it's just... the last episode is gonna be fast, mounted archery and stirrup. But then medieval lifestyle is gonna take a while, and we're gonna get 1 bonus technology, which I think the vassalage is really good. That's what I mentioned. The vassalage as a general civic is great. Well, unfortunately, we will need to wait 61 turns, which we know is not all that much, but that's just the second great person. We'll need one more, and I have absolutely no idea where we're gonna get that one. Is there some way to do this here? No. Smithing. Search. Well, feudalism is another one. Theology, papacy, Christianity, alchemy, no. None of these will really help us with that. Executions. Rather, yeah, nothing really here. Well, that sucks. It really sucks that we didn't get the musical notation a bit faster. If I knew that they were after it, I would have prioritized it, but alas, not much I can do now. Turn 4964, year 453 AD, and we are one turn away from Forestry. What's new? Well, honestly, not much. This has been kind of a bland time for us. We just keep doing the same stuff over and over. We're upgrading the roads. We are micromanaging Justinianopolis, which is building the mining camp, and we are micromanaging Ludgolain, which is building the bark gatherer. The rest of our cities are just growing, prospering. Everyone is happy. We have no problems with crime, disease, or anything else. I'm very happy that actually the community garden is starting to be a very good building. I kind of didn't realize that we're already having a 6 food bonus. So each of the community gardens is giving us 7 food, which is moving it up in the ranks. So kind of good. The next bonus is going to be from meteorology. Wow, that's hard to pronounce. Which is going to give us 6 additional food. Actually, how much is it going to give in the end? So it's 3 and 3, that's 6, then 12, 16, 21, 28, 34, and then a 7, that's 41, and 1 is a base of 42 from one building. Jesus, that's really interesting. So it's becoming a bit more of an important building, as you can see. We've almost connected all of the cities. Only Mizatras is still detached, and then Nisus and Philippopolis, which are ironically the furthest from our main lines. Ragusa and Justinianopolis, as you can see, are already hooked. Anything else that I would like to mention? Not really. I've been getting weird offers from our other civilizations or our neighbors. The AI is kind of confused. They offered me like 60k for one worker unit, then they offered me 60k for one technology. It's a bit all over the place. I'm gonna be wary, and I'm kind of sad to say that Israel is no longer our bestest of friends. Something happened. Oh yeah, we refused to help them during their wartime. That sucks, but you know, I'm not gonna let you drag me into a war. I mean, as you see, this is what I was mentioning in the previous update. We actually did peace out with everyone. Only this guy is refusing. I don't know why. I don't even know where the Hittites are. They have like 253 in power. Still, they got a bit more power than we do, but I don't even know where they are. They have to be somewhere because we haven't encountered them. So they have to be somewhere beyond the passage, down south, where we cannot reach. And I'm not really in the mood of sending... Oh, there's someone over here as well. There's some islands here. But I'm not in the mood of sending my spies, you know, searching for them. Doesn't really matter much. They can hate us all they want. I didn't even do anything to them. It's just... This war spoils our relationship, and we are upset that you have fallen under the sway of a heathen religion. A first impression is the lasting one, and you require for on our friend, and for that they will never peace out. Oh, It's kind of strange, but whatever. As far as population go, we are getting really close to that million, 979,850. The gold production is 18,476, manufactured goods 8,024, so we finally broke the 8,000 mark. And next big milestone is gonna be crop yield going over 6,000. We are at 5,810. Yeah, I guess that's all that there is to say. So let's end the turn and hear it for Forestry.
People from a planet without flowers would think we must be mad with joy the whole time to have such things about us.
So Forestry reveals flax fibers, flowers, and leads to crop rotation and agricultural tools. It is in effect a ton of simple buildings. Okay, flower flax actually gives some food. The rest gives just money and happiness. I'm sorry, I find it kind of hard to speak. I don't know why. Plantation for henna is giving quite a lot of gold and lowers pollution a bit. Same from hibiscus, indigo, iris, lily, madra. So you can see it's a ton of small buildings that we are most likely going to be able to build some of these in some of our cities. These requirements are actually kind of, hard to think about. Like, for example, the flower sunflower, the farm flower sunflower. The sunflower farm, guys, it's not that hard. Requires flax in city and in city vicinity or manufactured locally, and you need apiary or food manufacturing district, and you need corn. So if you get corn in your city, you can build a farm for sunflowers. If you have, for example, tea, you will be able to get orchids. If you have hemp, you will be able to grow violets. So it's based on the local terrain bonuses. Oh, hey, Mongolian tribes wants to establish an embassy. Sure, that might be a way how to stop the incessant, constant wars. How about open borders? Yes, nice. Okay, so no more wars with you. And Montezuma declared war on us yet again. Well, good luck with that, 245 score guy. Constantinople finished the Bardic Circle. And yes, we can see... Okay, good. We can see what we can do here. Okay, farm for flax, farm for foxglove, farm for roses, and farm for tulips. That's all good because it's gonna lower the air pollution, which for some reason is 50. What the hell is causing all this pollution? Is that population? I wish I could see that, but either way, the flax farm is gonna give us 2 food and 1.56 gold, and we can go with foxglove, rose, and tulips. And that's all for this episode, guys. Oh, actually, what about here? And you see, nothing here. This is purely just city without resources. So let's go with Bardic Circle and then the Odeon and Carpet Maker. So it's gonna be a bit of a hit or miss. Some cities are gonna benefit from this, some will not get anything. I want the wood going. Did you get anything? That would be kind of cool if there was a farm. Nope, nothing like that in Woodgoin. What a surprise, no flower farms in the desert. So I'm gonna end the episode here, and in the next one we are gonna get 4 technologies. We are gonna get the mounted archers, the stirrup, and then we're gonna get the medieval lifestyle. And when we get the medieval lifestyle, we are going to get one of these bonus technologies. Now I just hope, I really do hope that none of these guys are... Well, these guys get the paved roads, so they can actually go ahead and get the technology if they want to. And so can you guys actually, so this looks like we might not be the first ones. Well, either way, I just want to finish all of the technologies, and I don't want to trade for them unless something happens, because Israel and the other ones, you can see they won't trade for it, and they will lose a ton of technologies. What about Persia? Pattern. Okay, wait, concrete. Is concrete the necessity? No, mosaic working is. Well, you need paved roads, geocentrism, and a musical notation. So if they don't have either of these... well, mosaic working, concrete. Yeah, they might be just going straight up for it. Either one of these. Or they don't have cryptography, ancient medicine, karma. But I don't know how it works. I don't know if we can trade them any technology. Either way, if they get it first, well, then whatever. I won't lose my sleep over it. I just want to, you know, have the civilization that has everything that is as powerful as possible. And we know that the penalties that you incur for getting the older technology researched later is massive. So we don't want to get there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode with mounted archery in 11 turns.